Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today we're going to talk about how to solo a Hammerhead in Alpha 312 PU. You can do this with a fighter, with you can do it with a freelancer. There's several ships that you're going to be able to do this with. It's probably easier with a fighter, but you're going to want to deck it out. And this is kind of cheating, but this is how you're going to do it. You're going to load up with some dominance, scatterguns, size 3s. I'm going to use a Saber as my base ship. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to Lewis the Third 319 on my YouTube for commenting on how he's done this. I was successful for the most part taking on one Hammerhead, but 4 Hammerheads and 4 fighters, not so much. So let's talk about how to take on one Hammerhead with 1 fighter, which is absolutely insane. The only reason why this works is because those dominance guns are broken. They will go through shields, even though you'll see some shield impacts in the video. They go right through the shields to do damage on the hull. So they're definitely broken in 312. A lot of players will be using these guns to take out other players. I don't condone using something that's broken in the game, but this is an alpha and people are going to do it. You're gonna want to set yourself up for success against those same people. So if you find yourself in a lot of player versus player combat, you might want to load up on the dominance. As you can see, I'm trying to load up with almost all military grade A components on this Saber, and I just want to kit it out because I know I'm getting in. I'm going against a fully crewed Hammerhead. That's 6 turrets, all with size 4 rhinos, 4 of them each. That's a ton. That's 24 size 4 guns, not to mention a slew of missiles. So that's what I'm going up against here in my itty bitty Saber. The Saber is a medium fighter. It's kind of a stealth fighter, so it's not made to have a whole lot of armor. It's a shoot and scoot ship, if you will. It's fairly nimble. It's not as nimble as some of the lighter fighters out there, but it is really nimble for a medium fighter. One of the most nimble, that is, for a medium fighter. And it has 4 size 3 fixed mounts. Now you can have size 2 gimbals, but in this particular setup, we went with the 4 size 3 scatter guns because, well, we're going to shoot a Hammerhead. It's big, so scatter guns are going to be able to spread out along the hull quite easily if you get close enough, which I'm hoping I can do before it blows me out of the sky. So now we need to go and grab our Saber, and I am actually facing down this Hammerhead as part of the group mission that Miles Eckhart will give you. It's a group bounty, so you have to do quite a few bounties before you start unlocking these group bounties. And the mission for the group bounties is to take out pretty much 3 different Hammerheads, 2 of which will be in the same place over here at Ariel. As you can see, I'm on Hurston right now, and 1 will be over in Crusader around Yella. So you will definitely have to travel. You have a total of 45 minutes to take all 3 down. Now the first guy at Ariel will pretty much be by himself for a couple of minutes, and then others will start coming in, I guess, to support or rescue him. There are going to be at least 8 ships at that one location, so it can get rather nasty quickly. Now, if you're talking about the Hammerhead over at Crusader or around Yella, that one, it does have support ships as well, but it's not nearly as fierce as what you face against the ones at Ariel. I do highly recommend that you do this mission with others. 1, it'll be more fun, and 2, it's just a little easier. It's darn near impossible for a fighter, at least from what I've been doing, and maybe I'm just that suck of a pilot. I don't think I am. I can tell you that I was dealing with server stability issues throughout the entire time trying to get this footage. I did several different takes of this. I did it with a saber, I did it with a freelancer, so I can just tell you that the server stability was a major factor. It took a lot of time to render things. There was a lot of server lag or desync. It was just not a fun time, I guess you could say. So a lot of you people who are deciding not to play right now in 3.12, I don't blame you. There are still some bugs, obviously, and it can definitely affect the fun factor. I just knew that I was gonna 30K at any moment during the making of, you know, this video, and it didn't happen, but it was definitely on my mind because things were very sluggish, to say the least. And you know, my video card doesn't usually struggle with you know, playing this game. I only have a 1080 Ti, but it's still a pretty beastly card. It doesn't struggle like it did today. You know, maybe my CPU also had some struggles. I don't know. I know server side, I was not the only one with some issues. So, yeah. Definitely going to be easier to do this mission with the help of others. Now, if anybody's wondering what skin I have on this saber, I believe it's the Stormbringer skin. It's got that nice blue color. I really like it. It looks really nice to me. What do you guys think down below? Do you like this skin that's on my saber here? It's pretty cool. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to do some giveaways or something, and we'll do some paint schemes and some ships or something. I don't know. Well, I'm not there yet. I still have to make a fortune before I can start just giving things away. So, what is y'all's experience fighting hammerheads fully crewed? Have you done it against player characters? Have you done it against NPCs? How do you feel the NPCs are compared to the players? I honestly think the NPCs are slightly better than the players when they have support. Players, well, you know, they don't coordinate the fire that well sometimes. You know, maybe you get a good crew that will, and they could be pretty devastating. But I think the NPCs kind of have an advantage with the way that turrets are set up still. You know, I know they came a long ways with targeting and all of that, but I still feel like NPCs, the AI, has a slight advantage when it comes to, you know, how effective they are in the hammerhead turrets. So here I am, I'm trying to get lined up on aerial. We're going to fly over to the rendezvous point, and we are going to do some fighting. So it's almost 53,000 kilometers away to aerial. We'll just do a hop, skip, and a jump over there. If you didn't notice, there's definitely some stuttering there. I don't know how many frames when I actually render this video will be filled in there, but I'm pretty sure you're still going to see the stuttering. And now we're lining up to go around aerial so that we can reach the rendezvous point. So we have to go to OM1 here. Sometimes the rendezvous point is behind you when you get to aerial. One of my big complaints about 3.12 is the freaking star map and trying to set things up to where you can go to it fairly easily. It's been giving me all sorts of issues. Obviously not in this video, but it's very, very irritating to try to jump to a place and you can't click on it, or the star map won't let you zoom out, or there's just any number of different issues. Maybe you do click on it and set it up, and then, you know, you try to go there and it won't let you. So I'm definitely not happy with some of the bugs the star map has right now. All I'm doing right here is trying to set my guns up to where they're all on one button. Normally on the Saber, you've got two guns that'll fire with the, you know, weapon 1 on the joystick, and then 2 will fire with weapon 2, or button 2. I'm trying to set them all up to where they will fire with one button. Because it's 4 weapons, you know, they all have the same pip. I recommend you do this for a lot of ships. It's just more efficient in combat. Less buttons to actually have to press when you're firing on an enemy. So, yeah, I recommend you do this. And if you want, I can walk you through how to do that, just let me know in the comments down below, and we can talk about how you can change your weapons over to just one firing solution. I did have some problems doing it on this HUD over here, this MFD. For some reason it was not allowing me to do it from that one, so I just kind of switched over to the other one to see if it would let me change my weapons out a little bit, which, as you can see, it does. So I'm going to put them all on 0, which is actually weapon solution 1 for me, so it's button 1. And now we're all set, we're ready to fight. We just have to wait on the bad guys to spawn in. So usually you do have to sit here for a few minutes to wait for the spawn. As you can see, not all of my weapons actually moved over, so I'm going to have to go back in the menu and move the last one over to be in sync. And it does appear that one of the bad guys, actually 2 of the bad guys, are nearby. So it's time for me to go after him. I do want to hit this Hammerhead as quickly as I can because I don't want his partners to come in as support. That will be a quick end for me. I discovered that many times over after filming this particular portion of the video. I'm not going to show you, all the times I died in this particular video, maybe tomorrow, but it was quite a few times. I tried different ships and more or less the same result. It was really tough to do this in 45 minutes. But firing and fighting solo against this guy was not too bad. You're just trying to keep him in front of you and keep firing. Something about the scatterguns that I did not like on the Saber was I couldn't just hold down the trigger. I definitely had to pull the trigger every time I wanted to fire a round. So that's inefficient to say the least, but I just had to deal with it. So as you can see, these shots are going through the shield. The shield facings are getting impacted. You can see them flash in the upper right hand corner there. You can see them around the Hammerhead actually flash as well. But in all actuality, all these pellets from the scattergun is going through the shields and hitting the hull of the Hammerhead. This is why I'm going to be able to take it on solo, because I'm pretty much cheating with these size 3 guns from Hurston Dynamics, these scatterguns. I guess they're called dominance scatterguns, and they really are dominant because, like I said, they're kind of cheating. So I am taking some hits on my own shield. It's not much at the moment, but they are closing in on me very fast. You can see there are a lot of targets. There's a total of 8 targets surrounding me at this point, and I am just doing my best to try to get this Hammerhead out of here. And with the desync, with the lag issues, it's very hard to stay on target. So yeah, I'm able to finally do it, and that's how you take down a Hammerhead solo, guys. I really do appreciate everybody tuning in and watching the video. Thank you so much. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the game and want to get into the game, well, 312 is okay, but use my referral code down below. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.